Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Akros. This is how to start and begin Tinker's Construct. Now, this is a very basic. This is part 1. Part 2 will be in the description below, and then it'll continue progressing on there. So let's get started into this mod review, shall we? So the first thing you're going to do, maybe, obviously you got Tinker's Construct and you don't have the owner's manual. Now, normally the owner's manual first appears in your inventory, which is normal, but if it doesn't, this is how you start. So the first thing you're going to start is you're going to go out and you're going to punch down a bunch of trees and gather some wood. Maybe you're in an adventure map that, that's disabled normal creating or however it is. So you're going to get some wood planks and you're going to put them in a 4x4 pattern. Just like this, you're going to put some planks right there, and some sticks right there. Just normal stuff. So you're going to have a crafting, you don't have to have a crafting table to build these things. So, and that recipe will produce these blank patterns. And you'll get 4 of these per craft. Now, once you get a blank pattern, you're going to go out and you're going to make yourself a piece of paper, get yourself a crafting bench, throw down some reeds. You guys know how to do that. And then you'll get an owner's manual. Now, once you take the owner's manual, you can click it, and you can read all the stuff that I'm basically going to be going into, and it gets into a lot of stuff. Now, once I go through all of that, or say once you go through all that stuff, all you gotta do is you grab a crafting bench, you smack it in the crafting bench, and there you go. Poops out the volume 2, and then it'll poop out smelting, and then Tinker's weaponry, and then all of that. So for the people that, don't want to go through all that, which I really do advise you to read, because it does have a lot of good stuff in it. Now, getting into Tinker's, the first thing you're going to build is a crafting station. This little guy right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here to a crafting bench. Obviously when you put stuff in the crafting bench, it doesn't stay. The cool thing about a crafting station is it stays in there. So as you're trying to build, do recipes and stuff like that, all your stuff stays in there. Now, how to build one of these guys is very simple. You just take a crafting bench and you toss it to a crafting bench. It doesn't matter. You could do any of these little corners or anything like that, and it'll bring out a crafting station. Then you put a crafting station down. Another cool little thing about a crafting station is once you place a chest next to it, you can grab stuff straight out of the chest, just like so, and you can craft stuff. Now, the thing about the chest, though, is it has to be on either side. It only registers one side. So that's how, and then you can sit there and you can build out of the chest. Very simple. Now, the next thing you're going to learn, after you build your patterns, doing a quick recap of that, you're going to need to build a bunch of these. Because to start Tinker's Construct, after you get a bunch of wood, a couple of good stacks is about nice, and some materials like bone, flint, and stone. Now, flint and stone are obtainable without obviously being able to build a wooden pickaxe if you're in a Tinker's world that has disabled normal Tinkers or normal crafting recipes. So you're going to need to get a little bit of bone and a little bit of flint as well. And this will start you on this path. So first thing you're going to build is a pattern station. A pattern station is just some wood planks right here and a blank pattern above there. Now and then after that makes a stencil table. Now the stencil table is very self-explanatory. You put your blank patterns in to make your stencils. Now the second table you're going to need is a part builder. A part builder is a wood log. It could be any wood log in your mods, and then another blank stencil. Or blank pattern. So then that's going to make your part builder. Keep that in your inventory. Next thing you're going to need is you're going to need a crafting station, just like I showed you to build over there, and another blank pattern. Another blank pattern right on top, and it's going to make a tool station. Now this is your basic tool station. You can make a tool forge later on, and I will show you to do that in my second video when I get into a little bit more advanced Tinkers. Now this is not, you don't have to have it, but I do advise you building a pattern chest. What a pattern chest is it allows you to only put patterns in it, so it helps you stay a little bit more organized. Starting off, it's very simple, easy to make. All you do is you do a chest and a blank pattern on top, and it pops out a pattern chest. So now you have all your tables in your inventory. You lay them all out just like so. You could spread them out however you want to. I just laid this out for simplicity. So then you get all your tools and your patterns and stuff like that. So you get your blank patterns right here to start off with. And then you get some materials. You get some wood, you get some cobblestone, you get some flint, you got some bone. It doesn't matter how, which ones you start off with. Now, I do advise you cannot build a straight full wooden pickaxe as far as I'm concerned in my mod pack. You has to have a flint head, a bone head, or a stone head, either way. So you start off with your stencil table. Now once you go into your stencil table, you're just going to pop your blank patterns in right there, and then you're going to grab whatever blank pattern you need. Now starting off, if you have the blank patterns and you have the wood, I suggest making all of these and tossing them into your stencil or your pattern chest and making all the stencils just so you have them and you don't need to ever make them again because they don't run out. So then you're going to go into your tool station. Your tool station is going to give you everything you need and explain to you everything you need to do. Now, say you come in here and you're like, okay, I'm at my tool station. I want to make a pickaxe. So you click on your pickaxe. It'll tell you what stencils you need. It'll tell you need a pickaxe head, tool binding thing, and then you need a handle. So what you're going to do, you're going to go into your stencil table. You're going to make your tool handle, just like so. And it'll tell you right there, tool rod. Then you make your head. And then you make your binding, just like so, just like I have right here. Then you're going to go into your part builder once you have your materials. So it's very simple. So say you're going to take your pickaxe head, you're going to put it up here. See, I'm going to show you. You can't make a wooden pickaxe head because it's not viable. You're not going to actually crack stone with wood. So you can grab flint, you have a flint head, or you can sit and grab bone, and you have bone head. I'm going to grab bone because, I like the whole caveman thing. So you get a pickaxe head now. You're going to make a binding rod. Now you can make a binding rod out of wood. You can mix and match these things. Now we're just going to stay straight bone for right now, just, simplicity. And then you go ahead and make your, so you got to take your bone meal out. And then you make your tool rod. Now once you have all of these, and you have the required things, you're going to go back into your tool station. Now your tool station, like I said, you go ahead and click on your required or your desired thing, like so we're going on pickaxe, and then you just put your parts in there, just like so, and bam, your pickaxe is available. Now if I hold shift on this, alright, this will tell me what it takes to repair this material. Unlike, your normal tools and stuff like that, these tinker tools, they break. They don't disappear. You can repair them with the required repair tools or the repair materials. So this one, because it's an all solid bone pickaxe, so the pickaxe head is bone, to repair it, you need bone. It's very simple to do, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So when you go over here, it'll tell you what the mining speed is, the skill level, and what the mining level is. And it shows you mining level stone. That means it cannot mine anything more, greater than what a stone, a stone pickaxe. Like you can't mine iron with this, you can mine stone. And then if you build a stone pickaxe, it'll say the level of it. So what you're going to do is, so you have this. I'm also going to go into, if you go over this, how it says skill level clumsy. That means you have not used this item. Your skill level with this pickaxe is very little. So you're going to need to build it up. And how you build it up is by using it. And it'll say skill XP, and it'll tell you to, to get to the next percent, and it'll say mining XP. So if you run over here, just like so, got all my stone, and you start mining, just like you're going on a normal mining expedition. So if I go back in here, it'll tell you right here skill points. And it says 6 out of 144. You're still clumsy. Now, to speed this up to kind of show you guys what happens, I'm going to go ahead and do this super fast real quick. Okay, so once you start mining with this, and you actually start mining a lot, what you'll do is once you reach a certain level, so like it shows right here, I have one more hit, and this mining XP, the level will go up. So if I go like this, you should hear a ding. And what it will do is it'll add a modifier. Now, as you see, it shows redstone modifier, and then your modifiers remaining is increased. So the more and more and more you do this, you know, for example, with KnightMiner, I'll just kind of ding, 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 ding. You'll get modifiers added all the way until you completely do everything. Now, as you can see, my pickaxe right here is broken. Now, once you have a broken pickaxe, it's very easy to replace. You just take the pickaxe like this, you put it right here, and then you take the bone and you put it right here, put it right there, and then boom. It's replaced. That's all you have to do. Now, the more modifiers you have on it, the more materials it takes to repair your pickaxe. So as you can see that my pickaxe has durability, diamond, and redstone and stuff like that. So if I keep going and level it all the way up, I'll keep getting more modifiers on it. So once you get your, I believe your highest modifier, okay, your highest level, like I said, is godlike. It is really, really high up there. I mined out this big ass thing right here like 3 times. Now, once you get so, you come over here and you put this just like so, and after you repair it, I'm gonna repair this real quick. Okay. You can add different modifiers to it. So all you got to do is you can just grab different modifiers. And as you see right here, if you hold shift, it'll tell you what modifiers you have remaining. So early game, this stuff's kind of hard to get, but in a later aspect, you know, getting moss, getting maybe some lapis, emerald's a little harder to get. That's definitely hard to get. But these are just different little things that you could throw on there. Like obviously, like if I take a diamond right here, if I go over here and I toss diamond onto it, oh wait, I already have diamond, so I can't do diamond. Let's go emerald. Boop, got an emerald. All right, so obviously don't have an emerald, so bam. And, you know, nifty, you know, little emerald right there. Ha, yep, it's awesome. So that's how you add, and then it'll add durability plus 50%, and then it'll add the diamond adds durability 500, and then the lapis adds luck, which we already have, and then the redstone adds haste. Now, unlike the diamond and the emerald, you can continue adding on your modifier. So like say right here, if I hold just right here, it'll say lapis 171 out of 450. That's like to the next level. So you could have like luck 1, 2, and 3. So we could add that on there, and look, it'll show right here. And then you go in here and it'll say lapis 172. It's a little bit higher than 145. And you can go ahead and max it out, and it'll going up different levels. So you can have haste 1, 2, and 3, luck 1, 2, and 3, you know, and different stuff do different things. Like, you know, if I take the necrotic bone, throw it on here, right here, the necrotic bone will add necrotic, you know, and then you can take, if you go in here to the nether quartz, you go in here, you add nether quartz onto it, boom, it'll add quartz, which adds sharpness. So it's kind of like enchanting, but just kind of upgrading. And you could do this with everything works the same. You can add all the stuff. You can add it to your shovels. You can add it to your axes, your hammers, and stuff like that. Now, this is just the basics, getting into it, starting off. You know, I will get into the forges and smelteries in my part 2, which should be the link in the description below. So let me guys know if I missed anything, you know, by just getting started off. So that way, now you're out and you're collecting some materials and you're actually getting into Tinker's Construct and you're doing what you need to be doing as, you know, you're progressing onto the game. So I appreciate it for this quick, brief, how to start, just in case you're stuck into Tinkers. And I'll see you in the next episode on where I teach you guys how to get into a little bit more of the materials. Thank you.